and I've been there in the spring, so I never really got like the full winter UK. I'm trying not to be a jerk and like imagine it as some Dickensian novel. But when I was there, it was beautiful. I was very fortunate, and I think I love like gloomy weather, so I was like right at home with all that stuff. So you're so cold. Well, hopefully not too cold. Just try to have some hot tea. Which actually I could use some tea tonight. Runny nose and stuff. But at least it's almost the holidays, That usually makes me happy. I enjoy it. Just getting rid of these for some Miriam. I'm gonna jump over. You're a coffee person? Oh, okay. I've been trying to get into it. It's just something that like I don't know, I guess it's because I have like a sweet tooth. It's never hit me in the same way as other stuff, Because I think, it is bitter. I did have a really good coffee once at Monmouth Coffee in London. I forget where it is particularly. But it was, man, that was a good cup of coffee. And I'm not even like a coffee person. I have tried sweet coffee, and I mean, I like that. I just always feel like am I butchering this by just adding a bunch of like, sugar and stuff? I think the answer is probably yes, but it's like, yeah. I mean, tea depends. I usually just put a lot of stuff in it. I'm like a honey person, Probably should use less because the bees, but it's still, I don't know. It's hard for me. True. I think the reason why I'm not like addicted to coffee and stuff is because I'm kind of like caffeine resistant. Like stimulants don't really do very much for me, so I don't really not like I'm a tired person. I have a hard time sleeping in general and all that stuff, so I don't have the problem of like needing a boost or whatever. I guess so. That's what everyone tells me about alcohol, and I'm just like, okay, I think I'm all right, because I'm usually, I'm usually like not counting calories, but counting macros, and for me, alcohol is just really, it's just a lot of carbs usually, and even with alcohol, and then your family leaves you. Yeah, no, I've seen that happen before. Yeah, alcohol is just like, it's expensive. I don't have a bunch of money. It's calorie dense. Not really into that. And the stuff I like is, like I said, it's just a bunch of, it's like mojitos and whiskey sours and like daiquiris and just sweet stuff.
I wonder which of us will kill you first.
And teas, what's there to enjoy? I mean, I don't know. I think I enjoy feeling like a distinguished gentleman more than anything, I get to do my pinky out and have a good time. That's where, that's where I get off the tea. I'm just into feeling smart. If only I had a pipe to complete my feelings of scholarly superiority, I would really enjoy that. Uh-oh, is he enraged by acrobatics? All of them are. Just really throwing those spears. Jolly good, old boy. Hip, hip. Indeed. I've been in a very British mood recently because I'm listening to this podcast called James Bonding. And it's just all about James Bond because I really like James Bond. And they have this like most British award that they give to people every episode, and it's pretty funny. Especially if you like, you like the older James Bond. They have some pretty intensely British, classically trained actors in there and stuff too, so. Good straight liquor can be quite good, and good beer refreshing after a long week. None of the cheap beer, pea water. I can see that. I've tried Guinness, which was dark and pretty thick and stuff. So I was fine with that. Kind of made me feel like Jason Momoa, because he's very much into Guinness, and he's also a fellow Polynesian, so I'm into that. I've been to the Founder's Arms in London, and I had hard cider there, which is like kind of sweet, kind of stuff like that. I enjoyed that quite a bit. Whiskey, I'm fine with. Yeah, I like a straight whiskey's fine. I just always feel like I need to drink more because I'm always like I'm a face maker when I drink because it's usually very like bitter. The thing I can't get into is wine. People love wine, like where my family, my mom's side of the family, and my dad as well. And I'm just like, ooh, look at that guy. He looks like Bane. I'm not really into it. Coffee and water. You don't drink anything else. I mean, that's pretty much all you need, really. I mean, coffee. If you work out, coffee's a pretty good. I believe it's a pretty good diuretic as well as a pre-workout, and water's good too. So I think you're golden. If you're in caloric surplus, you got all those BCAAs too. So Netflix had all the James Bond movies and took them down. Yeah, that's a bummer. It seems like there's no place that they're there as a whole. That's why I think for Christmas, I think I've been hinting it strongly. I hinted to my girlfriend. I was like, wow, look at this James Bond collection. They have all the movies on Blu-ray for $70 or whatever, Because I think that would be an investment. You can like go through all of them one by one and have some fun. And, see all the ones that are good and all the ones that are less good. Or just enjoy the ridiculousness of some of them. Like A View to a Kill is insane. There's the butterfly lady and all that stuff. It's just fire. But yeah, James Bond's very difficult to find if you're just trying to watch them. But definitely worth it to watch all of them, I think. It's a lot of fun. The Stitch is alive?
Whatever magics you used when you took my head will not allow me to die. Getting killed by you was the best thing that ever happened to me.
Are you gonna review them all? That'd be a good idea. I do have like a film blog I have personally. That might be fun. Oh, he's legendary now? That's not good. Being raised by fire, wonderful. That's just great. Good thing I have a Drake circling overhead. That's not gonna make it worse. Yep, just definitely put more fire on him. James Bond was inefficient. Well, James Bond he's an interesting figure because depending on like the story, he's either kind of bumbling in a Indiana Jones sort of way, or just like so omniscient and so good at everything that you wonder why he even bothers acting like he doesn't know what's gonna happen, or like how to best get out of this situation, And that's why the best ones are always the ones where he's like kind of put out and he's uncertain of himself, I mean, at least that's my opinion. Ooh, that's not good. Need some health. But yeah, James Bond, he's such an important part of. Dodge. Such an important part of like, history of cinema. It's pretty cool. I just love that podcast for going through. They do go through each movie, and they do it in a very fun and exciting way that is enjoyable as a viewer. And they also do like best henchman, best villain death, ranking, different stuff too. It's all fun. Definitely check it out. It's on Earwolf if you want to listen to it. Who's this guy? I don't even know who you are. Me and my follower are going ham. I'll just recruit it. I don't care. But yeah. A lot of talk though on who they had cast as the new James Bond. It's a tough one. I mean, I like Daniel Craig quite a bit, but when they're saying like he was gonna leave, I was like, okay, he's had like an 11-year run. I wouldn't mind seeing someone else. But it seems like he's coming back, so you know, I guess we'll see. But my choice, I don't know. I'd almost want to be a lesser-known person, you know. I mean, I am a big fan of someone like, I think Tom Hiddleston would be a good one. Yeah, yeah. I think that's why he's so smart, because like every time you think he's gonna be done with James Bond, they offer him more money, and then he's like, okay, I guess I'll come back. Which is, you know, brilliant business sense, I guess. Brosnan, you got a great point, because Brosnan was my first Bond was GoldenEye, because I was like, oh man, I was like 7 when it came out, something like that. I love GoldenEye. Like, GoldenEye is so good. It has such a good cold open with him and Sean Bean at the whatever facility, and then the fight, 008 dying, the plane pulling it out, you know, comes up into the frame, and you have the great theme and all that stuff. Such a good movie. And then by the time you get to like Tomorrow Never Dies or The World Is Not Enough, it's like so much more insane, you know? And yeah, so that was a bummer, because I like Brosnan's Bond. I feel like he was very Moore-ish to me. Yeah, Craig's is very serious, and that's why I was kind of with Spectre. I almost wish they hadn't gone to that point of it being like, oh, it's so, you know, everything's pre-planned by Spectre and by Blofeld and all that stuff. I liked it when it was less connected to the Moore era. Tom Hardy would be a great Bond, Darkseid. I think he'd be really, really good. But I'm wondering if they want to go away from the brawler, bruiser type, you know, because I feel like Craig is such a imposing physical presence, because he just seems so like burly, you know. I wonder if they want someone a little bit more like a little bit different from that, you know. Tomorrow Never Dies, not bad but silly. Yeah, it's just they get very silly. They're never not fun, but they do get silly. And oh, he's fine. Great. I do agree with that. Yeah, because there are a lot of Bonds, like, they're always enjoyable. Like, I would never say no to watching a Bond movie, because I'm just into that, but... Yeah, okay, Truth. Nice, thanks for the follow, and nice talking to you. Glad we have another fantasy reader out there. Sleep well. But yeah, Tom Hardy would be a great choice. And he's one of those actors that's just so poised. So, like, such a chameleon. Like, he's in The Revenant, you know, last year. So good. Made a character that could have been one note. Very, very interesting. Yeah, he's just great. I'm wondering, I'm curious to see what they do with Venom for him. Because I feel like Venom removed from Peter Parker is something that I'm interested in, but confused as to what that's going to be. Have I watched Peaky Blinders? I've watched 3 episodes. I need to watch more. I know I'm super behind. I know they're coming out with a 4th season soon, and I don't know why I haven't. It's just been one of those things. It's one of my blind spots where it's like, I love Cillian Murphy. I love that setting. The music's awesome. The cinematography's great. Direction, all that stuff. And I really need to watch it because definitely. My stepmom's told me that. I had some friends at college that told me that. It's on my list, and it's definitely one of the first things I'll watch when I start up my TV watching soon again, because I know Tom Hardy's appears in the 2nd season, and such an interesting time in England's history at that point. And Cillian Murphy's so good. No, Vikings is another one, and I read a bunch of. I've read a bunch of stuff about that time period, and like Bernard Cornwell, and it's not necessarily the same, but like the Saxon Chronicles and all that stuff. I really like that, so I need to watch Vikings too. I like that guy Travis Flamel, right? He's a fun actor. He's supposed to be wonderful in that series as Ragnar. So, but yeah, that's definitely one of those series I want to catch up on. Both of those. There's just so much TV now, like there's so many great things out, and it's like I'm so happy there is this preponderance of wonderful stuff, and it's like also like what I do, like what I watch. I don't know. I only have so many hours in a day.